Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is from SoftCHEESE, featuring Dark Souls Remastered, if you haven't noticed by now. That's the one I was going to start with, and continuing with this one. In this episode of Cheese in this game, I'm going to show you a really good soul farm. It might be the best one in the game. I'd like to say that, but I'm not like 100% sure. But it's pretty close if it's not the best soul farm in the game. And it's really early too. I mean, we just killed the gargoyles. We just rang the first bell. And we're talking to Andre here. We're about to head into the garden. And we're going to get that crest of Artorias that you saw him selling there. First thing I want to show is just a little bit of extra cheese here. I know, like, I should probably just show the big cheeses from now on and not include everything I do. But right here with this demon, once again, I don't know the names of everything. I'll put it in the comments. But the demon here, it drops demon titanite and stuff. You can cheese him with the bow and arrow. If you stand in the right spot, he'll just keep throwing his lightning and hitting that little broken pillar. And as long as you don't move too much, you can just keep shooting him with arrows. Now, I know this does take a while, but cheese isn't always fast, you know? Sometimes cheese is just a guaranteed way to kill something that's not really intended. That is a way to do it without, you know, getting in there, maybe potentially dying. So let's say you fight this demon and you die 2, 3, 4 times to it. Well, this would actually be faster in the long run to sit here and just do the bow and arrow trick right away. Does take a lot of arrows, does take a lot of time, but you will get the job done and get this thing out of here, get some souls, get some demon titanite. I put it in 2x speed, and I kind of cut a little bit of the middle of the fight out because I didn't want to show too much of it, but first try, bow and arrow. He's just throwing lightning, hitting stuff while we're able to still hit him with arrows. I feel like that's a good little cheese, a little appetizer, a little cheesy appetizer for you. But the main event, the main course of this video is going to be going through this door right here with the crest of Artorias. Make sure you get 20,000 souls. What I did was I already had like 10k or so, and then I had a few hard souls, and then I went towards like the moonlight butterfly and just killed some stuff there. Got the grass crest shield, went down there. Hopefully you know where that is. I was going to include it, but I'm trying not to include like everything. But I got the grass crest shield, killed that black knight, killed that crystal bug down there. Went towards the moonlight butterfly, killed some of those stone guardians, which are really easy. Like, as soon as they stand up, you just boom, boom, they're dead. They give you about 600 souls apiece. So just go around there, collect some stuff. You don't even really have to fight the moonlight butterfly if you don't want to. Get yourself 20,000 souls and buy this. It'll be the best, you know, bang for your buck in the game, pretty much, because you're about to open an area where you can do some soul farming, some pretty easy soul farming. It's really cheesy, in my opinion. You don't even really have to fight anything. You just run out there, gather up some mobs, and let them fall off the side of a cliff. And they all give thousands of souls. One of them gives like 5,000. One gives 2,000. One gives like 1,000. But you're about to see it right here. Open the door. Go through the little you know, secret bonfire. Make sure you set up the secret bonfire there. We got this knight. We're going to gather him up. We got the mage there, the sorcerer. Let's gather him up. He's probably the most annoying because he can hit you with magic while you're running around and gathering things. Make sure to get the little invisible rogue there. Get the cleric. Go get the bandit. And now we have like 5 of them on us. The bandit, the cleric, the rogue, the sorcerer, and the knight. And we're going to run them all back to where we started, to those stairs right there where we came down. Just make sure they're still on you, you know. Maybe don't sprint. Maybe kind of just jog back and then sprint while you're near these stairs. Go over here in this little corner by the edge of the cliff. They will, every time their pathing takes them up onto the stairs, pretty much every time, and they try to drop down on you. And since you're standing there, they kind of bounce off of you and fly off the cliff. So, you know, sometimes they'll land, but you just block with your shield, maybe kick them off the side. And as you can see, I got a good, like, I don't know, at least looks like about 8,000 souls. So good 8k, 7k, something like that, which is a lot early game. We're only like level 29-ish, I think, 27, 26. We're only 26, so killing those was, you know, let me level up again. Doing a little bit of a weird stat spread. You can do whatever you want. I did a little bit of intelligence because I want to get cast light, and I forget how much it costs. But we're going to need cast light later for like the Tomb of the Giants. So I want to make sure I'm able to purchase that. Running back down the stairs. Let's gather them up. For some reason, that knight disappears. I didn't know that that was a thing. Like, eventually, that guy right there will disappear. Something I learned today for the first time. I never knew. Like, he stopped appearing for me. I don't know if I need to shut my game off and turn it back on, but I don't think he's worth very much anyway, and it's still worth it to run the route. But let's run our little route again. We got the cleric, we got the bandit, we got the rogue, the knight, and the sorcerer. We're going to kind of jog back, make sure they're still on us. Don't let them stop or get hit, get stuck on anything. The sorcerer might... The sorcerer is the most annoying out of all of them for multiple reasons. He's got the magic, he can shoot at you, it kind of bends and will track you a little bit. You know, he's range, so just being range, it's annoying. He'll be casting and he'll be way back there and you won't be able to... He won't follow you the whole way. Sometimes he'll stop by the stairs and try to shoot magic at you over and over and over and won't jump down on you and stuff. So he is the most annoying, but I still try to include him. Sometimes I'll just fight him. Eventually, when you get enough levels, you can just fight these guys. And I don't know that it's faster per se, but if you get really good at it, you might be able to just run up to them, hit them with a few R2s, kill them, and just run the route that way just by killing them. And you might be able to make it like slightly faster. But that is pretty quick, just to run around, gather them up, and run them back to the stairs and have them fall off the cliff. Just doing a weird spread here. I don't know. I was thinking, you know, intelligence for Castlight. I want to get like at least 12 to make sure I can get that, which I forget how much you need, but I think 12 will be okay for now. Then I also wanted to get some atonement so I can get a slot or two, because I think pyromancy is going to be a real cheesy way to beat some of the bosses in this game. Pyromancy is like the best you can get for like spells. You know, sorcery's cool. Faith isn't that good. And then pyromancy is just super OP. You can beat the game on level 1 with pyromancy. So I did die there. I cut out a route where I did die. It will happen. Just stick with it. You'll be okay. Run out there, get your soul stain, and gather them all up again. Run to the stairs. Never run up the stairs. Just run along the stairs. Like so. Get in the corner. Put your shield up. You can face that way if you want. It doesn't really matter too much. Like if you face towards the cliff, then if they happen to like not fall and they'll fall right in front of you, you'll be ready to like kick them off or block them. But a lot of the time you don't need that. Sometimes they will get stuck. You know, it doesn't work perfectly every time. You gotta run over there and get one of them or get 2 of them. There's 3 of them standing there for me right now. Like I said, it doesn't work perfectly every time. So I'm gonna go ahead and backstab this sorcerer to get everything moving. And then I'll run over to my corner. And hopefully at least a couple of them come a-running. Alright, we got the rogue. Boink. Falls down. Ya-ha-ha, hooey! Ya-ha-ha, hooey! You know, he's like the road runner or something, falling off a cliff. Or not the road runner, but the coyote, the Wile E. Coyote. See how I kicked that one off the cliff? Sometimes you're going to have to do that. Sometimes they'll fall and they'll just be standing there trying to hit you, and you got to, you know, kick them off or just keep blocking so they knock themselves off by trying to hit your shield. Sorcerer being annoying, getting on my nerves, so I decided to just fight them here. They really aren't that bad. Like, we've been leveling quite a bit. You know, that's part of our cheese journey, is a lot of soul farming. I did that little soul farming route in the graveyard at the very, very beginning of the game, where we got a few levels. I think it was like 5 or 6 levels, something like that, real quick. Then we did the Drake Bridge, the Dragon Bridge, where we got another few levels, maybe like 10 or something. Those were like, we were getting 600 at a time with the graveyard. We were getting like 550, 600 at a time with the Dragon Bridge. Now we're getting 7,000, 8,000 at a time, and it's pretty quick. I'd say it's about as fast as the Dragon Bridge, maybe slightly longer than that, but you get like 10 times the souls, or even more than 10 times the souls. So just wanted to show this route a few times, in case I have any hiccups or anything. Like I said, I'm going to do... I don't know, I end up investing into decks a little bit, just in case I want to use a couple of different weapons. Intelligence for Castlight, Atonement, so I can have a couple slots for my Pyromancy, and then just a little bit of dex, just in case I want to use a different weapon. But then after that, I think I'm going to go all in on mostly Endurance, Vitality, Strength, and maybe a couple more Atonement slots. Probably quit with the dex and the Intelligence and stuff like that. So I'm going to do, my overall goal is, I want to use a weapon I've never used before, which I started with that Morning Star. I don't know if I'm going to keep going with it or not. I'm not a big fan of it so far. I'm definitely not going to do the Drake Sword, because I have a whole playthrough on my channel that you could watch where I use the Drake Sword for a while. Done all kinds of weapons. Beat this game a bunch of times with all kinds of weapons. I'm trying to find something a little bit different. Like, I've done the Zweihander before. I've done the Great Sword before. The Great Club before. The Rapier before. You know, I've done a lot of different weapons. I've done, like in Dark Souls 3, I did the Wind Blades. I think Dark Souls 2, I did a Rapier as well. I'm kind of a fan of the Rapier. Just how fast it is. You can buff it with, like, a spell. You can put some sort of weapon buff on it and just hit real fast with the Rapier and get the most out of those weapon buffs. It's usually, I've done that a couple times with the Rapier. But sometimes you're going to kill it. You can kill them if you want. You know, if you want to have a little bit of fun. If gathering them up and making them fall off the cliff gets boring, you can start fighting them if you want. Another thing to mention, which I tried to show but didn't end up working out super well, was there's a couple more of these. There's a little bit further. You have to go a little bit further out, so it's not as worth it. They're not going to come all the way to the cliff and fall off. So there's like Ferris. I think Ferris is one of them, the one with the archer. I think it drops the Black Bow of Ferris, which is one of the best bows in the game. So I'm definitely going to end up killing her and grabbing her bow, and I might start using her bow, just by the way. So whatever I need to use that bow, because I'm a real bow cheeser. Like, a lot of stuff you're going to see, not everything, but a lot of the game you can just cheese with the bow. For example, if you don't continue to watch, like, the archers in Anor Londo, you can cheese them with the bow. A lot of people struggle with that, and I'll probably show a video of me cheesing them with the bow, and then show, like, I'm gonna make the things I have planned going forward for cheesing is definitely the Capra Demon, because we all know that's like a giant cheese. The archers in Anor Londo, but I'm going to include those probably with Ornstein and Smo. I have a little bit of cheese for Ornstein and Smo. There's all kinds of other cheese in this game. I'm just showing you all, like, the stuff I do. So I'm not really going out of my way to look at every video out there about how to cheese things, or looking up every guide out there on how to cheese things. I'm just kind of giving some tips from me, from playing the game so many times, and, like, things that I do when I don't feel like dealing with something. Like, pyromancy and bows, man. If you just never watch another video of mine, this is one of the best soul farms in the game, right here. Okay, and then make sure you get a bow. Make sure you get poison arrows. That's a real big cheese. Pyromancy is a real big cheese. You know, having some sort of ranged is a good cheese. Soul farming, bows, pyromancy. There's one more thing. Oh, I know how to farm humanity as well. I'll probably show that later. But the things I'm definitely going to do going forward, if I continue, you know, I'm kind of on the fence right now if I should keep going with this. I mean, I'm having fun, but I don't know if I'm really helping as many people as I wanted to when I started. But I'm definitely going to show the Capra Demon, definitely going to show Ornstein and Smo, and definitely going to show the humanity farm thing later on. But I don't know what I'm going to show other than that. Like, I can beat Gwen pretty easily with the strat that I do, so I might show that too. But it might start to be like jump between. I might have big gaps where I don't show like whole areas because I don't really have anything too crazy to show you. Like, I have cheese pretty much everywhere, but like in the last video, I showed cheesing the Fang Boar and the Baraniki Knight and you know, the Channeler. It's like, maybe I'll cut some of that stuff out and just show like the crazy stuff. If you are super interested in cheesing stuff in this game, I have more videos out there, like on Elden Ring, for example, of the Tree Sentinel. I know how to cheese him, like the Fire Giant, the Red Wolf of Radagon. So I'm pretty good at doing this. You know, some things are more impressive than others. Some things is just a bow and arrow thing where you stand in the right spot, or poison things, or, you know, but other things like this, I think a lot of people already know about, but I don't know. I just thought it'd be fun to show a lot of the ways that I cheese this game after playing it for so long. But yeah, just gather them up. There's not much you can do wrong. Just keep at it. You know, get some levels. I don't know about, like, the breaking point. Maybe level 50 would be a little bit too high to keep going here. I ended up going to, like, 35, I think. But I think I was still comfortable to continue, because I was getting, like, a level every route, at least. So you'll start out and you'll be getting a couple levels every route. But once you like have to run multiple routes just to get one level, that might be around when you would want to stop. But I don't know if there's anything in the game that's as good as this. There might be one or two things later down the line, and you definitely want to get the ring, the silver serpent ring that gives you extra souls for every kill. That'd be great, but I don't think that is available until maybe the Tomb of the Giants. So we may come back here after we get that and do a little bit more. But I just want to get like certain stats, and part of cheese in the game is over leveling yourself. So just to go over overall cheese strats one more time while you watch me run this route, probably one more time or two more times. Wanted to show it multiple times so you get the gist. Overall cheeses for Dark Souls. Soul farming, over leveling. So whether it's the graveyard or the dragon bridge or this right here. Bows, using bows, standing in the right spot, hitting stuff from range, poison arrows, poisoning things, letting it just die to poison. It's a good cheese. Pyromancy is a big cheese in this game. It's like super powerful. You don't really need stats for it. You just need atonement slots. You just gotta find the dude and get all the spells. Maybe do the quest. But Pyromancy is amazing. Summoning the NPCs, like doing all their quest lines and making sure they're there for you to help you, because sometimes those dudes can beat the bosses by themselves. So that's a real good cheese in this game. And yeah, there's a couple other things, but you'll have to stay tuned to see the rest of it. But yeah, just letting them hit off my shield till they fall down. Sometimes that works. They bounce back, so they fall off the edge. Sometimes you got to kick them. Sometimes you got to chase them down. Sometimes they're being annoying. So the best case scenario is you gather them all up. They all follow you to the stairs, and they all jump off and fall off the cliff. But sometimes you're going to have it not go perfectly. A lot of the times it'll be the sorcerer, and he just doesn't want to climb the stairs. He wants to shoot magic at you over and over and over. Well, just go over there and kill him real quick, and maybe next time it'll be perfect. Sometimes they won't all follow you back to the stairs. Maybe you sprinted out there too fast and then sprinted back too fast, and they just lost interest and they went back to their tether. So just make sure that they're all following you. Like maybe jog back instead of sprinting back. But yeah, really good soul farm, and it's good for a while because you get so many souls. Almost 10k a route. And then once you get that silver serpent ring, it'll be even more. So yeah, level up and cheese the game, baby. Cheese the world. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Take a good about the channel comment below. And I'll see y'all next time, which is most likely going to be the Capra Demon or something like that. Peace out.